travel nurse needs? Transportation, a cot to sleep in. I don't know about you, but I don't want a cot. I want a bed. I want a home away from home. Stay tuned. Travel nurse need. Travel nurses' mistakes, lies. Yes, travel nurses get less. 3 things. Number 1 is housing. Location, location, location. I want to be close to the hospital. Not real close. Yeah, I want to walk a mile or less to the hospital. But when you place me, and I'm talking about these recruiter, these travel agency, when you give me housing 60, 70 miles away, 40 miles away, an hour and a half, one way to get to the hospital, it's a hardship. It's a hardship. I was in the situation and the money looked good and I said, let me go do this assignment. And then they send me a text. Housing is 70 miles away. And I'm like, that's impossible. When you sit in the boardroom, can't somebody speak up and say, this is going to be hard for the nurses. First of all, you're going to get there late, whatever. You got to get up early in the morning to get there on time. You represent them, so you got to be there on time. And a smile on your face, no breakfast, and on time, because you didn't get a chance to cook or to eat. Housing, where they place you. The cheapest place is way out. That's what I'm thinking. Location. Some of the hotels are, and I don't want to stress on the hotel because I already did a video on that. But housing, as far as stipend, and this is my first time going to deal with stipend. I did not know what getting the stipend checks were about. So I'm trying it and I called them and they explained to me. So I said, oh, I'll take the stipend. But before I even say that, another nurse who's going to the same assignment as me, she's telling me she's getting $1,200 stipend. So, Patrice, I had to test it. I had to call up my agency because I heard this other YouTuber, she's a nurse. She's a nurse too. And she was talking about, you say, fix it. Change my salary. So I said, oh. So I called up. I didn't even call up the recruiter. I called up housing, right? Because that's where you get your stipend from. Housing and transportation. So I said, the other agency working for such and such an agency, the other nurse, she's working for this agency and she's getting $1,200 for stipend money for hotel, and some people use it for their rental car. Is it possible that I could get that? That's what they did. They say, who is this? Patrice Foster RN? Huh? Now, Patrice, we don't give that. What we giving you is 999. Not 999. That's close to 1,000. That's not what I meant. No. They was just cracking up on the home. No, you cannot get $1,200 stipend. So the stipend that they gave me, and I tried to get in the hotel on the beach. You know, some nurses said they have the penthouse. Some nurses are on the shore because the agency gave it to them. They're not telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. They're not telling you the truth that they may be in the hotel. They may be on the penthouse, in the penthouse. But their salary ain't paying nothing. They can't even pay their bill. They can't even eat. But the stipend they gave me, so I was trying to get, you know, when you walk out the door, you walk out where the beach is, because I already checked it out. So I called up the hotel. It wasn't possible. That's all I'm saying. The stipend they gave me, I would have to pay double. I would have to pay double. So I would have to put money on top of what they gave me, and I wouldn't have nothing. They made sure of that. So the other agency gave those people, they could have stayed on the ocean and have extra money for rental car. And so I called them up. I said, when they were laughing and everything, so, oh, they happy. So when people happy, you know, you kind of hit them. So I said, well, do you have a coupon for the Marriott? They said, Patrice, oh, you got good taste, don't you? We don't have no coupon for Marriott. Yes, they do. They just don't want to give it to me. That's what I told them. Yes, you do. You do a lot of business in the Marriott, but you don't have points. You can give me a little points so I could get some rates. No, we provide. That's what they told me. Seriously, we provide a hotel for you 70 miles away. Now, if you don't want it, you can find your own. And if you can't find your home, you can't come back because we are limited with housing. So there it goes. There it goes. So I had to move away from the ocean. I ain't see no penthouse for that rate. And so I had to go way out, halfway to my destination. I think it's going to be 40 something miles away. I'm sorry, not 40 miles away. The hotel that I found is going to be 45 minutes to get to work compared to an hour and a half. So I think I did good on that. But personally, I do not want to find my housing. No, I don't want that. I want Housing and Travel to know. They can Google it. They know what they're doing. Don't put me far away. Don't put not only me, all the other nurses complaining. Don't put us so far. It's not fair because, first of all, we got to get up way early. Can't get no breakfast. Can't do nothing. To get to the location, run on the floor, jumping around. Because when you hit med-surg floor, you just be running all day long. And it's hard. So I don't know, when they in the boardroom and they discussing, why can't somebody say, this is not right. We need to bring them a little closer. You know what they say? Oh, it's always, I'm so tired of hearing the agency say, oh, the hotel is having an event. And they can't, you know, or the families are there. It's the summer, so we can't, it's trying, it's very complicated. We can't get housing. So one day I asked them, why is it that if a nurse find another, because I could find hotel a lot closer compared to where they're giving me. They said, no, we like to put you all at one spot. I understand that. I would like to be in the same place with all the nurses in the hotel. I feel a little safer. We can get together. We can ride together. But at this time, I'm solo. So I have to rely on myself this time. So that's it with housing. Transportation. Like I said, the money that they gave me, the hotel took it all. So the car allowance, I would have to come out of pocket. So I'll be driving my own car. And you know, that's wear and tear, but that's the perks. Break. You know, I heard, another thing that I heard the nurse was saying that some of the travel experience is not fun. And I don't think she meant, I think she meant the assignment, because I find a way to have fun everywhere I go. When I'm on a travel assignment, this particular agency I work for, we are required to work 4 12-hour shifts, 48 hours guaranteed, which means that if the hospital census is low and they call me off for 2 days and I only get to work 2 days, I still get paid for 48 hours. It's a guarantee. It's in the contract. I would prefer to work 3 12 hours, but this, I'll adjust with it. 4 days and I have 3 days. 3 days. I've already mapped it out. I know if I'm going to go eat breakfast. I know if I'm going to a restaurant, nightclub, what to do, museum, or any activities in the area. I'm going to a place where there's a lot of beaches. I already mapped it out on Google. So I know where I'm going to have fun. And I might ask the nurses, I usually ask, do you want to meet up, this, whatever? If they don't want, I know how to have fun by myself too and meet people. So I can't possibly see a nurse say, oh, some of the assignment is not fun. It's fun to me because your job might be stressful. Yeah, they're going to treat you like. But forget about that. On your day off, explore the city. Learn to meet new people and have fun. And that's what I'm good at. Yes! Take a break. Because when you hit that floor, just having that mental break, it helps. And the assignment seems to go better for me and it goes faster. Believe me, some days I'm just counting the calendar. What day is it? When are we going? I can't wait to get out. So another thing is, like I said, housing, transportation, take a break, and yes, the money. The people in the penthouse, the people by the beach, their agency may be giving them the luxury. Some get apartment, a full apartment by themselves. I've never been in that situation. Like I said, my agency pay me well, but there's other things that need to be tweaked. Whereas the nurses that I meet that are in these luxury establishment, they don't get a lot of money. Travel nurses, yes, get less. And like I said, they pay me very well. But if you talk about pay me well and I have to find my transportation an hour away from work, Uber and Lyft is costly one way. So the money doesn't even work out. And sometime as a travel nurse, you working in, I'm particularly talking about California. And all around you, the California nurses, because nurses talk. They tell you they make, and they show me, $80 an hour PRN. And we don't, as a travel nurse, don't even make that much. Not even half of that. Speaking of that, my first assignment in California, going to California, and I had signed up with this travel agency, and I don't like the I'm not trusting off the e-signature. You know, they send the contract, they want you to sign it. And I don't know if back in those days, I'm thinking I signed and I was going to get paid $41 an hour. And when I got my first paycheck, it was like $17 an hour. So I didn't trust those. I still would rather a paper to sign because they can change it. And I think that agency went out of business. And a lot of unscrupulous travel agency, travelers get caught up going to because California is like, if you have a California license, it's like a prize. But what it is, the agency was taking advantage of us. You know, we think we're getting all this pay. We think we're getting the same pay. And then when you're working with nurses, Filipinos, and I have nothing against them, but the way they treat us, if they only know that we're not even getting close to what they're getting. And so the way they were treating us, and you find out that they making 80, they even making 50, and you're not, and you're doing such a hard work, and the agency were so unscrupulous, and that's why we all were running to California and back in the days. But now California is, I think they're going through some things now. There's a lot of people that are going there just for jobs, but it's been difficult. They're not doing 12-hour shift. They may want you to work 8 hours because, you know, after 8 hours is time and a half, and after 12 hours is double time. So a lot of the hospital is getting away from that now because they were putting out so much money. So, but still, people are going to California, you know, but to me, it's not the same anymore. It's pricey though. So I guess they can get away with putting you in, make you feel good, being in a nice environment, and then when you get your check, you'll be like, for me. Because the goal is you went there because you want to pay your bills. You went there because you want to save some money. You went there because you had a debt that you need to, you know, take care of. But when you have to provide for your transportation, which back in the days, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, because back in the days, I worked for the particular agency I worked for, and another one, they had transportation at the facility. So there was no problem. They take you to work and bring you home. But, you know, one person has to mess it up. Several people may have messed it up. And so they decide to get rid of the transportation. I would have gone to New York when they had, back in the days, they had transportation back and forth. But now, I'm not taking no assignment in New York all the way in the Bronx, and you want me to go on the train and whatever to get home. And you put me on night shift. No way, Jose, no way, not me. So, back in the days, they did that. And now is, you got to find your own transportation. So the money, they put a little $2 extra, and you paying out all this money. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore. So, but if you have something to do, if it's a must that you need to take this, know that you have to pay for your transportation. Someplace you pay for your ticket. If you don't want to drive to the location, you paying for your ticket so that you get expense. And another thing, they do pay for mileage based on whatever they say they calculated. I don't know. But they do pay for your mileage back and forth to home. So you're supposed to get your stipend. They said, I'll tell you how it works, but I know you have to pay your hotel up front. And some of them, I'm going to be honest with you. Not every nurse may have the money up front to pay. This might be assignment. Don't let anybody think nurse. My next video. This is leading into my next video. Nurses sometimes get broke. So don't ever think that when they say, because I didn't know what stipend was. So I asked them, will I get the money before I get to the hotel? I asked them all these questions. Are you going to tax the stipend money? Because if they say they're giving me $100, it might be just $25 when IRS finish with me. That's the truth. So don't think nurses have all this money. They may not have the money up front. So when you tell people you're giving them stipend, that's what I thought. They was going to give it to me and then I pay the hotel. So they said, no, you got to have that money up front. So that didn't deter me because I had some bad experiences in some of those, their hotel that they choose. So I said, okay. I emailed them. I said, my bed is already waiting for me. I got my room where I want it. Close, not as close enough, but close enough that I can drive. Keep your fingers crossed. We're going to continue this conversation when I get there. So, there's a lot of lies, and the lies may be that they make you feel like this is glorified assignment. You're going to be close to the beach. You're going to be close to a park. You're going to have this library. Some place that you go to, there's nothing around you. When I say nothing around you, not even a store. I'm sorry. Nada. So you have to prepare yourself. So that's where the lie may come in. Being seasoned travel nurse, I know that I gotta bring some food. Some people bring their food on the plane. I'm driving, so the food I'm gonna be an advantage to buy my stuff before I get to the hotel. Having the stipend money, it work if you know family in that state. But the majority of us travel nurses, we don't have nobody there. As a matter of fact, we don't even know anybody in that state to say, can I have a room? I'll come visit you for 13 weeks. Do you really want to stay with your relative for 13 weeks? They'll get tired of you after a while. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe they won't. They're glad to see you. But that's how you benefit with the stipend money. But I thought I was getting $1,200. I was so naive. And I figured, $1,200, girl, I could just get, I already know the hotel I'm going to stay. I could get that for a little, maybe $80, $70. Who am I kidding? Where can you go to get that? And then I may have enough money to put away for saving, my stipend money. No, they give you just enough. As a matter of fact, I have to pay something towards the hotel because it's not enough. But it was my choice because they say, we gave you this one 72 miles away and you don't want it, so you got to find your own. And if you find your own, I'm like, don't you have a coupon for the Marriott? I was just testing them, testing. No, we don't have. Yes, you do. Yes, you do have those points. Corporation has points at the Marriott. Give me a little bit of your points. That's all I want. But it didn't. So I got to find my own housing. Anyway, travel nurse needs, you know what we need. And I hope that what you take from here is just have a little fun. What can you do? You either take the assignment or refuse it. And it's all up to you. You have to make that choice. You have to let them know, no, I won't tolerate this, or I'm not going to, I don't want to eat out every day. I want a kitchen so I can cook, my choice. But if you put me in a hotel with a little fridge, it doesn't give me any room. So most of my money will be going out. I don't want those kind of assignments. I want to be closer. But you have to let them know. If you don't, then you taking anything and they do anything to you and you accept it. And so when you accept it, I don't want to hear you complain. Have a wonderful day or night in your state or your country. Thank you. Don't forget, I'm not over yet. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, get me noticed on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that bell. And I apologize. I've been putting videos of the games. I'm trying to do some things on the side, and I just want you to give me a little support.